Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon, doing a setup, play and review the game Time Stories Revolution Damien in 1958. It's NT, but it has got NZ on it. This is a cooperative game. If you're watching this as a short, make sure you watch the full video over on YouTube. Any comments, please let me know on YouTube is best as well. So I won't be actually showing you everything in this game because it would spoil things, but I will show you some of the characters and how we start the game. So we are basically in the game Quantum Leap, or the program Quantum Leap. It's very similar to that, a Minority Report. We play one of 4 different characters. It's a 2 to 4 player game. You can sort of play it solo as well, but it's definitely recommended with more players. And there's going to be a certain mission that we're going to go out and do. The aim of the game is to try and solve that mission with the least amount of teleportations, let's say, back in time to 1958, where we are taking the host of various different characters and basically using them as a receptacle to communicate with Damien. So we're going to go to these 4 different locations. You don't have to go to all of them, and it's going to cost you Azrak, cost you these crystals which are in this bag here to basically go back in time and spend time interacting and figure stuff out. You're going to look at location, place the card back, and then discuss it. You don't ever read stuff off it, although you could kind of memorize it if you wish to. And it's very, very thematic, very much a communication game, very impressive. My rating for this is a 7 out of 10. This is actually a demo game of all things, although it was purchased, which they shouldn't have sold at a store down in Poole in England. But yeah, you shouldn't be selling these games when it's a demo game. But that's basically the premise of the game. It's a cooperative game. You're trying to figure stuff out by looking at stuff and then going back in time. You all have special abilities, special interaction cards, which allow you to decide how you want to do something and what you want to do, and tests that you need to achieve. You're going to have tests such as for dexterity, for having the gift of the gabs, basically communication, as well as other things such as strength. So various different things that you're going to be looking to achieve. You're going to have various abilities, as I've mentioned, and yeah, different starting stuff, different coins as well. So there's some money as a resource, which you can do to interact with things potentially. And you're going to figure out a timeline of how things occurred, and then you're going to sleuth together to decide that, which is why it's such a good cooperative game. I do love Time Stories very much. This is the blue cycle, sorry, this is a white cycle, I believe. The blue cycle is the original one, or vice versa. And I recommend the original because it's a bit of a bigger box, comes with a proper board, but it's still one, I guess, standalone case like this one. So it's a smaller package, a cheaper package. And yeah, definitely recommended. This is definitely not a bad one. I didn't expect it to be as short as it was, but again, it's a demo game. It still takes about a couple of hours, including a teach and discussion and like resetting it and whatever. Excellent components though. Generally speaking, everything kind of makes sense what you're trying to do, which is there's no kind of overlaps as to what you're trying to, I guess, discover stuff. So somebody might get given a special interaction card unique to themselves, but then that same value of that interaction card, someone could go to your location again and do it. Now, it is ages 12 plus, but I think, and it kind of hints at it, that, well, in my opinion, you might not want to play this with young people or people of a nervous disposition, just to let you know. It's definitely that kind of a game. And any other questions, obviously, of course, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for further videos. Also, this is going in the playlist for the AmassGames playlist. I don't think it should really get in the Family Mate playlist, but for 12 plus, I guess it could. It kind of works with these kids are at school, and it's also going to go in the How to Set Up, Play and Review playlist, the cooperative playlist. Head through to Linktree, KG competitions. They are time sensitive, they do disappear. Over 4,000 followers approximately over on Instagram, so please follow along there, join the discussion on Facebook, and listen to the podcast. But for now, back to the table.